Hello everyone. Today we learn about the strawberry, the knitting method of pendant. Then the pendant can be placed on the bag. Then it can be placed on top of the key as decoration. We look at the material which need to be prepared. We need to prepare wool. Then the leaves are used. Wool. Then there is a pair of scissors, crochet, black mark buckle gadgets and suture needles. Well, let's look at this part of the strawberry's hook method. We use the yellow line as a demonstration. We first 2 laps around the finger. You may need a little loose. Oh yeah, win. Then pick up the crochet through the coil. Meet the coil tick. We winding say. This time we put the line a little bit larsen. Then we such winding through the coil. Then hook up wire. This time we larsen. We can hold the hand. Then this is A. Then we wound. In passing through this big debate inside the circle. Then at least out. This is twice. Then we once again wear the wire. This is a good 3. There are winding wear. 4 times. Then we wound. Direct coils out of the entire. The criminal investigation is to find a hook method. Then after we hook up a stand braids. After you a braid, we then went on a date the next hook-shaped needle. Then we have this big wound through the coil. Conditions: hook up, hook out of time. We gently pulled loose crochet. Let this line a little longer. So back to hook more. True. Let us be as gently larsen. 2 times. Then we do 4 times. 2 gently larsen. So that we can bring out the winding. Then another braids. We still have to hook drop 2. What? You are a hook completely new bath. We are another braids. Then we hook A. But we have another braids. Let larsen. Then we come to tighten the coil. Let's find this thread. Let's move it thread. See this line moving? We pull this one line. An additional line will be tightened. This way we can play a good shot. Then we have completed the first lap. Then we started the second lap. The second lap we like this. The fold mirror his is such that but it pick up adhere to a circle. Well, this thread cut Okay. We started the second lap hook. We just finished the first hook. After Zhao Xin increase, Li braids needle place. Then we winding out us directly out of this coil. Then we another braids also gently larsen, so that we wound in this multi-needle head inside the same needle hook claw. Come. Small. Well, after another braids. Then we need to add the second lap pin. After that, the subtitles which we'll hook. The jujube-shaped needle let us still with a wound. The needle head which then hooked claw type. Then gently pull this month. After we finish straight out of Columbia. Then another braids. This is the whitening looking for administrative and needle. Let wound. In the middle position of the two needle shaped 8. The hook inside the seam. Then to maintain the stretch for him. Every weekend is the same. Tightness. Let's set up an electronic. We find a time in this caption also hook. The box. Between these two dates U-shaped needle. The inside of the seam and needle. Looking to hook 2 administrative. It is good. Good inside the cave. We also set the hook again. Then find a whitening criminal investigation. Here I speed up a little bit. I also another braids. Well, here we are on the hook finish the circle Then we circle the first 4 dates R-shaped needle. After completion of the second round is 8 and needle shaped pins 123 jujube. 45,678. Then we find this. Both 2 middle that just a local braids needle stubs. They lead to pull out this weekend to the top. Then we look at the D. The third circle is the third circle hook law. A spacer of a needle acupuncture that we are. Winding stand a braid. Gembly Larson. In this second winding. This one. The needle-shaped intermediate 22 the state this. Inside hook needle braids. Oh. I. Then after we finish good hook set up a braid. You do not look. Then themselves to be. To a director. We first place plus needle hook, then this program which we. Then hook a real date sheen. What? After we each hook bath criminal investigation. We'll stand a braid needle. Then we again next weekend. The pan is between these two dates a needle shaped. We have added to this a needle. And then next weekend. We do not coupled with the needle. We hook a date. Xing zheng on it. Well, we went to the next pinhead. Fortunately, this need to add pins. We then hook a. Then hook a nice date heart. Your caption next to you added. Well, I'm here to hook a worse group. On the hook end of this. Let's get this widening Then the next is a needle without Well, we finished the circle hook. Then we went to the two. This intermediate needle braids. You directly to this place. Then another braids. Then we have the fourth lap. The fourth lap is not coupled with a needle. In each of the one or per. 22 bath. This place is the administrative center of. Administrative find a hook on it. Well, we go directly to the next weekend cut. This widening circle do not. Well, I'm here to hook. The fourth lap has been completed. Then. A total of 12 new find. Then I found the location of the first needle of the needle braids. We directly lead here. Then we. Another needle braids. Then we followed in the following. Head in a short needle hook needle. Let's Find the corresponding administrative braids inside, hook a short needle. Then the needle is not high. We come to me directly correspond to the braids of this place. For the above evidence, recently, we are not enough. You find the first needle position. This raises. Then this time the need to increase cotton. Small. Then after we add a good cotton, we then hook around the short needle. But the establishment of a braid. Each pin projects inside. We hook a short needle. Sorry. Okay. We stay a while and then thread. Get this a little bit. You wear to other places. Then thread close look. Okay. Okay. Then we took a look at the slope you place over how. We took out the green line. On the finger around the two laps. Correct. The crochet needle into the eye inside. Another needle braids. Winding. And the hook out of the ink through the needle. There are 3 top coils. We took him straight out. That is, in the long needle. We want to hook 12 army long march. Korea. Our 12 long needle after a good play. We close look at this thread. Some pin this thread. We see a line. You right shortened. We pull this short root. Then an additional tightening of the wire tail. We pull this thread. It is good. This tightened. We find the first needle position. We find the location of an earthquake. Our hook is just the first in a long for this to be. This is the needle braid's earthquake. This winding. Take it out of their own. Let's play a 5-pin braids. The first. What? Yes. Then we fell back in the first place braids pin. 4th place needles. Through the braids. He said winding hook a short needle. We wound to the next frame. Hook long needle. Through next braids. And we played really long needle is the same. Next week we are still in a long needle. Let's hook last. Weekend we hook a long needle. That we have a dream you next. I do not know the true reason. Through the next program. Flexible take directly let out. Then in the 5th needle braids. Fourth from the bottom through the needle place. Hook a short needle. I am really long needle. The last scene is A. We separated a braid. Our next pigtails play it inside. We do not play like this repeat. Well 6 petals 6 months of this receptacle father I've done. Important news. You can say about this thread breakage break. It can be worn next to the record which. Okay. Well we have this time to come up with a thread. You call a knot. We have to leave a little long thread. Of sister. Let's play a needle braids. 0. What? 3, we want 78. After you play 28. You do this to fold. You find this thread. Okay. These two can stay as long as we thread. Okay. Okay. We pick this receptacle. They are the words go like this cover. Ah, this simple thread. Okay. This thread through these two. It is good. Well then, this way we are here. Playing 2 knot. You get the kite up. Then we started stitching on top. You return the same way. Create the next petal. Okay. Well, the rest of the heart is too short. We can put it hiding inside. Okay. Okay. Well then, there's a thread. I understand you. Petal finish this service. Well then, the strawberries, we do a good job. Ah. We can also use this strawberry many colors to hook. Ah. Then this is. Ah, this is a particularly nice strawberries. Well, I'm here to share it. Thank you all.